The NCAA tournament field keeps getting smaller and smaller, and the population of the transfer pool just keeps growing. And the overall talent pool just got a little bit more electric when JP Pegues decided to join. The guard from Furman decided to move on, test the waters at a new school. And today we're going to break down what his strengths are, what he's going to bring to a new team, and how he's going to fit in. So let's start off by talking about just, his overall physical profile. He's a smaller guard, 6'1", 185, super shifty though, a lot of speed coming with that size. Was very productive at Furman this year, so averaged 18.4 points, 4.8 assists, while shooting 35.5% from three. And I know, that's not the most impressive three-point percent, but when you realize the type of attempts he was taking, and when we look at the film a little later on, he was tasked with night in and night out taking some really difficult shots that he was able to knock down. So overall, not ideal size for the guard position, but the physical profile is plug and play with what we see in a lot of college basketball. And moving up next, we're going to take a look at some of his, his film, specifically the type of shots that he's used to taking. All right, so let's get into some film review and see JP, in action within that Furman offense. Some things that I'm going to want you to look for and see is that he's a tough shot maker. He's tasked with taking difficult jump shots game in and game out, and on the whole, he was able to shoot a really respectable percentage on those shots. So let's just get into the clips now. So first and foremost, he, like I said, is a tough shot maker. You're going to see a few clips in the beginning of this where he's able to use a screen just to create a tiny amount of space and pull up off one or two dribbles. And those are really elite shots. He's able to take a contest and get it up and over despite being a little smaller in stature. So I really like that about his game. He's able to adapt though. He's a really good and willing passer. So you're going to see him here creating shots for his teammates when he draws a double off of a screen or when a helper steps up and his teammates are able to slip, and really just use the gravity that he creates as a scorer to create some really good open looks for his team. Several dunks, he's really willing just to not force the issue when he doesn't have to. And then the last thing that I really like about his game is that if teams decide to cheat out on his jump shooting ability, he can use that pressure against them. And by that, I mean he can rip through, attack the rim, and finish. Is he the best, finisher in the world? No. I don't think he grades out even above average on his ability to finish at the rim. But when you can shoot the ball the way that he can, really all you need is a counter move to be able to keep the defense a little more honest, to keep them from forcing themselves up in your space and taking the jump shot away and you not having a response for that. I'm going to be really interested to see, how he's able to use having a little more talent around him when he chooses his next school. I think that by creating a little bit more space and giving him more room to maneuver and operate, he's going to be in a position to really, expand his output and production from where it stood at Furman, which is a scary proposition considering, he was already almost a 20-point per game scorer. All right, so we've seen JP on offense. Let's talk about his defensive game and how he's going to fit in with a team. What I like about his game, transparently, is that he's not someone that you have to hide on defense. Like, sometimes you have a guy who's a really good scorer, and on defense he just doesn't put forth that same effort or doesn't have the same athletic ability in order to stay in front of guys. And with JP, I don't really think that's the case. We'll turn on the clips here. He has really quick feet. You look at him operate around ball screens. He's able to get over top, but then also can slip underneath on guys who might not be the shooting threat and recover and force them into making bad decisions. He has active hands. He's able to tip balls and create opportunities for his team, play in the passing lanes a bit, and really get out there and pressure shooters. Like, he's able to close out at a high level, in my opinion. And he navigates ball screens, again, incredibly well. I think he's an asset to a team in order to disrupt what other teams are trying to do in the ball screen game. And it creates a lot of opportunities in transition It, can just create some quick wins for his teams when they're down. He plays hard on defense, and from a score, that's something that I truly like to see. So that concludes our primer on JP Pegues. He's going to be an asset wherever he ends up. He has a ton of scoring ability and is no slouch on defense either. I've seen reports, he's heard from several schools already. So I'm sure he's going to, find his home sooner rather than later. And the fan base that gets to watch him play can and should be truly excited. Where do you think he's going to go? Leave a comment down below. Put in, your prediction on where JP ends up. Thanks for watching, and I'd truly appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button.